Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Rox. Today we are going to be doing UFC predictions for UFC Shanghai. It's going to be Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. So it should be a pretty interesting fight. It's going to be in China, so it's going to start early for anyone in America, like 2, 3 a.m. depending on where you are. And yeah, other than that, our last fight night, we ended up going 8 out of 13. We ended up getting Chanel Dyer right. She ended up getting the TKO, third round. That was cool. Jackson McVeigh defeated Wes Schultz by TKO. Gage Young ended up losing, so we ended up getting that one wrong against Stan Dornsonville.
I got this.
Dornsonville was a dog. Second, third round, came back and ended up winning a decision. Mauricio Barboza, we could all guess that he was going to knock out Kuntz in the first round. That one was a nasty KO, dude. My boy, Chris Padilla, he got the last second submission on Nasrat Haqparast. That was amazing. If you haven't seen that submission, I suggest you to see it. And Nasrat Haqparast, his parents own a bakery. Unfortunately, he got put out for the second time in a row. And Shamil the Blob Gaziev. Thank you, Lord, for bestowing upon us the amazing spectacle that is Shamil the Blob. He knocks out Kennedy Nzechukwu in the first round. So Kennedy Nzechukwu comes out there being all thinking that he's that guy. And Shamil just, boom, he plants a right hand right on his chin, dude. And yeah, he sparks Kennedy Nzechukwu out cold. Yeah, Carlos Olberg who? Carlos Olberg who? That's all I'm gonna say. My real champ is Shamil Gaziev. He's the lineal champ right now, dude. Only reason Carlos Olberg is champ is because Shamil Gaziev allows it. Just remember that. Moving up the card, though, Jamal Emmers somehow fraud checked Larian Douglas. Larian Douglas said he got a broken orbital bone, but Jesus Christ, Jamal Emmers, he just absolutely, he butchered him, dude. It was bad. And everyone thought Larian Douglas was going to run through Jamal Emmers, so unfortunately that happened. Anthony Wynn got the win in the first round up against Terrence Chapman. Carly Judice ended up getting a body shot TKO over Chelsea Chavez. That was really good. Mason Jones got sacrificed to the freaking dogs, dude. Look, he was doing really well, but then Markel Medeiros found an elbow that kept working for him, and after he spammed that like 5-6 times, he ended up finishing Mason Jones on the feet. Mason Jones still standing, credit to him, he only took a single knee. But yeah, you could tell Mason Jones was out. Rainer de Ridder ends up defeating Roman Dolidze after Roman Dolidze pulls in Anthony Smith. He pulled guard and then just allowed Rainer de Ridder to just kind of, tee off on him, going 200 strikes unanswered. And yeah, Rainer de Ridder looked up at the ref, was like, hey, what the hell do I have to do to stop this fight? Eventually, they finally stopped it towards the end of the first round. And yeah, pretty good win for Rainer de Ridder. Or I guess I wouldn't call that a good win because Roman Dolidze basically gave it to him for free. But either way, we'll see what Rainer de Ridder does from here. Vitor Petrino ends up defeating Spivak. Unfortunately, I went with Spivak. Spivak's nose got blown up by the first punch that Vitor through basically, and I think that made him really timid. So yeah, he got defeated by decision, unfortunately. And then Anthony Hernandez ended up losing too. It was a war, I'll give him that. His chin held up, his body held up. The legs, however, are looking very iffy. But other than that, big respect to Hernandez to get in there with someone like RoboCop and stand toe-to-toe with him for 5 rounds, dude. And yeah, RoboCop wins a unanimous decision. A lot of people did not see that coming. But other than that, an amazing fight card. Ended up going 8 out of 13. And yeah, we'll see if we can do any better right here. So starting off with the very first prediction of this fight night, we're gonna have Ming Ding versus Cam Nelson. Um, for this fight, I'm honestly gonna take Cam Nelson. I took Ming Ding in his last fight. It was a really close decision, but shit, dude, he's looking old, and I think low key Ming Ding's like all of his wars and stuff. I know that he's had so many fights, but I think there's a point to where you take so many fights that it starts doing bad to your health, you know. And I think Ming Ding's starting to get to that point. He's gonna start to decline faster than most people would, just because of how many fights he's been in. And I think Cam Nelson is going to be able to take advantage of that and ultimately pull off with either a TKO or a decision, I'd say. So I'm a I'm gonna say second round or third round TKO, but I wouldn't be surprised if he just survives a decision too. So I'm gonna go with the first fight of the night to upset the Chinese uh, superstar Ming Ding. He's not a superstar, but he's the hometown native. But I'm gonna go with Cam Nelson by TKO in round 3. Moving up the card, we got Julia Pilastri versus Jingneng Zhang. I'm going with Julia Pilastri. She's been facing the better level of competition, is what I mean. And yeah, Jingneng Zhang. I don't know how many more new tricks you can teach someone that's going on 38, almost 39 at this point. And yeah, I think for women's MMA, usually the decline starts a little bit sooner. Um, unless your name is like Amanda Nunes or something. But other than that, I think Jingning Zhang is going to end up losing to Julia Pilastri by decision. I don't think she presents too many problems to Julia Pilastri, so I think she'll be able to deal with whatever she throws at her. And ultimately, she wins a decision. So I'm going to go with Julia Pilastri by decision. Moving up the card, we got Lawrence Louis versus Hector Santiago. I'm going with Lawrence Louis. Lawrence Louis, I'm pretty sure the road to UFC alumni or winner or something like that. And yeah, I've liked what I've seen from him so far, and I think he either wins this by TKO or decision. But I'm gonna say Hector Santiago goes to war with him. First, second rounds pretty close, and then I think Louis pulls away in the third round, either winning this by the third round TKO or a decision. So that's gonna be my ultimate prediction for this fight. Moving up the card, we got Sean the Alien Woodson versus Jack Jenkins. I'm going with Sean Woodson, dude. Sean Woodson's an absolute alien, dude. I don't know if you've seen his build in the octagon, but that dude can literally throw hooks at you when you're not even at kicking range, because he's just that long and lanky, dude. So I'm gonna go with Sean Woodson to get this done by either first or second round TKO. He might even win a decision, but I think he's going to be here to prove a point, dude, to show that, hey, dude, last time was basically a fluke, and I'm here to be the top of the top. Because he doesn't have that much time left, or by that I mean is he's basically in his prime years right now, so if he doesn't get, like, to the next couple fights like near the top 10 or top 5, then I don't think he's ever going to get a title shot. So I think he's going to want to prove a point in this fight, and he's going to want to knock out Jack Jenkins, definitely. So I'm going to go with Sean Woodson by round 1 TKO. And yeah, I think this is going to be a bounce back fight basically for Sean Woodson. Moving up the card, we got Long Zhao, the nut shotter, versus Francisco Nuzzi. I'm going to go with the cheater, Long Zhao. I know that he cheated a bunch during his Cody Garbrandt fight, but damn, dude, like, honestly, he should have won. He should have won that fight. If we're looking at just pure damage and just taking out of consideration, like, what happened, he definitely did more damage and looked like the better fighter in there. And yeah, ultimately, I think if you've been in the UFC and you've just had a couple of fights in the UFC, that's going to make you a better fighter. So I think Long Zhao is going to take those losses and convert that into a better version of himself. So I'm going to go with Long Zhao in his home country to win this by decision or TKO. I don't know much about Francesco Nuzzi, but I doubt he's going to be able to take someone out like Long Zhao. So I'm going to go with Long Zhao in a 3-rounder to win this by decision. Ray Saruya versus Kevin Borjas is up next. I'm going with Ray Saruya to win this by either TKO or submission in the first or second. I don't think Kevin Borjas is at Ray Saruya's level, to be honest. Ray Saruya has been running through basically everyone. I think Ray Saruya definitely has a chance to be in the top 10 or top 15 in the future. And this is just going to be another stepping stone for him. Hopefully he gets Kevin Borjas. Kevin Borjas, the only thing I'd be worried like for Ray Saruya from Kevin Borjas is his punching power. He definitely has a little bit of like nukes in his hands, like mini nukes. Like he can knock you out if you're not careful. But at the end of the day, he's so sloppy and he runs out of cardio so fast that I think Ray Saruya is going to be able to get this done in the first or second. After the first 2 minutes, I don't think Kevin Borjas has much of a chance to get this out of there. Because by 2 minutes in, I'm pretty sure Ray Saruya is probably going to have him down. So I'm going to go with Ray Saruya to either win this by TKO or submission in the second round. I'm going to say TKO. I think he's going to rain down some elbows. And he's going to make a statement.
I got this.
So I'm going to take my boy Ray Saruya to win against Kevin Borjas. Moving up the card, we got Andre Lima versus the newcomer Namzrai Batbayar. This dude's Mongolian, and Mongolians I know are absolutely they're really good, dude, at sports. But fuck, man, I'm gonna take Andre Lima in this one, dude. He literally just had his first loss of the UFC, and I think that's gonna either put a fire on him or make him worse, dude. But I think it's gonna be the first one. I think it's gonna light a fire under him, make him realize that there is another level to this shit, and it's gonna make him even better. So I'm gonna go with Andre Lima to either win this by decision or by late round TKO, I'd say, or submission, dude. Honestly, Lima could win this anywhere, dude. But I'm gonna stay safe and say he wins a decision. Because I'm not too sure about this Namzrai guy, but he could be the next champion. I wouldn't even know it. Because, like, I just haven't seen much from him. So, I'm going to trust in UFC experience, though. I'm going to trust in Andre Lima to get this done by decision. Moving up the card, we got Bilal Hassan versus Nilson Rojas. We're going with Bilal Hassan. First round knockout. And second round knockout. I think Nilson Rojas, since he's undefeated, also he's gonna put up a fight. He's gonna try and protect that untainted record, perfect record. And they're both really young, but they're barely signing Nelson Rojas. But to be fair, Bilal Hassan's coming off the Contender Series. Bilal Hassan fought like a couple weeks ago, so we'll see how this ends up going for him. Obviously he won by like a really quick knockout because he's already back. And yeah, I like Bilal Hassan. From what I've seen, he looks really, really, really good. So we'll see if he can continue looking as good, or if Nelson Rojas is gonna make a name out of Bilal Hassan. Hopefully not, dude. But I'm choosing Bilal Hassan. I'm gonna choose to trust in him. I have no reason not to. And yeah, we'll see some more Michael Jackson moves from him at the end of the fight. Alright, moving up the card, we got Levi Rodriguez Jr. versus C. Louis. I'm going to go with C. Louis. I don't really like Levi Rodriguez Jr.'s chances in this one. He literally just got knocked out like, I think, a month ago. And yeah, that's all I really am going to say. That was his first UFC fight, and he got knocked out pretty badly. And he's already coming back trying to fight in China in front of the Chinese crowd against a Chinese person. Yeah, I think this is basically just set up for him to kind of get knocked out. So I'm going to go with C. Louis. I'm going to trust in him to get the TKO in the first round. So moving up the card, we got Alex Perez versus Sumadarji 2. I'm going to go with Alex Perez again, dude. I went with Alex Perez the first time. I'm not fading him just because he got caught. Look, dude, he almost got knocked out. I'll give Sumadarji that, dude. He got lucky, dude. He got lucky. But whatever. I think Alex Perez is gonna learn from that fight, and he's basically gonna make the improvements that he needs to make. And he's going to be able to get Sumadarji either out of there by the second round, or if not, I think he wins a decision. Because Alex Perez was doing really good in the first round. Second round, obviously, he got caught. And then, yeah, the bullshit happened to where they had to label it basically a draw, dude. And, yeah, I think Alex Perez has this in the bag. I know that a lot of people are high on Sumadarji just because he got the knockdown, but I think Alex Perez is going to learn from his mistakes and not make the same mistakes twice. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. But we'll see. I'm picking Alex Perez. I can see why people would pick Sumadarji, but I'm going to trust in Alex Perez to be the gatekeeper of the division and keep Sumadarji out of here, dude. All right, moving up the card, we got my boy, the Mongolian Murderer versus Kaya Sakura. I'm going with Kaya Sakura at the end of the day. I don't think the Mongolian Murderer is super good. But if he wrestles, it could be interesting because Kaya Sakura, we all know his weakness, dude. If you can wrestle him down, then I mean he's a fish out of water. He's been a striker for literally all his life. He's barely only started doing this, like, you know, this grappling shit. As proven by Tim Elliott, dude. But either way, I think I'm a trust in Kaya Sakura. I wouldn't be surprised if somehow the Mongolian Murderer pulls this off, like he grapple fucks him. But I'm going to go with Kaya Sakura by first or second round TKO. And I think he can get him out of there. I'm going to go with second round TKO. I think Mongolian Murderer is going to put up a little bit of a fight. But I think as he gets tired, Kaya Sakura, he's going to start landing really consequential shots. And ultimately, he's going to put away the Mongolian Murderer. All right, moving up to the co-main event of the evening. We got Yan Xiaonan versus Denise Gomes. I'm going with Denise Gomes by decision. I really like what Denise Gomes has done recently, and honestly, I think a lot of people are sleeping on her. She's been on a tear. I know Yan Xiaonan has been facing like the top of the top, but realistically, she's starting to get up there in age, and I think Denise Gomes is that new age of fighter that Yan Xiaonan has yet to face. And yeah, it's going to be her first time, so we'll see how it goes. But I think Denise Gomes has what it takes to basically stop Yan Xiaonan's boxing. I know she's a really powerful boxer, almost knocked out Yang Wei Li, but Denise Gomes, I think she can keep it at her range and take her down if she needs to. And ultimately, she'll be able to show off her skills and prove to the world why she deserves basically like a top 5 spot. So I think Denise Gomes has got this. I'm going to go with Denise Gomes by decision. Think it'll be a close fight though. It will definitely be a close fight. All right, moving up the card, we got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Song Yadong. I hate to fade my boy Song Yadong, but I think ultimately we all know what should happen in this fight. The better mixed martial artist we all know is Umar Nurmagomedov. Anything can happen in this fight. We all know. We all know this. We've seen it time and time again. I wouldn't be surprised if Song Yadong somehow perfectly catches Umar Nurmagomedov with a left hook or a spinning elbow or a knee. But I'm going to just have to trust in MMA fundamentals in general and go with Umar Nurmagomedov because he has the style to stifle Song Yadong. And I don't think Song Yadong really has the style necessary to get someone like Umar Nurmagomedov out of there. It's just, dude, the styles are, it's so, like, it's such a good style fight for Umar. It's such a bad style fight for Song Yadong, because obviously he needs to get up close in order to box and be at his range. But Umar just needs to kind of float out on the outside, get him guessing from the takedowns. And then once he starts getting him biting on the takedowns, he can go upstairs and then actually get the takedown. Like, Umar has so many more ways of winning this than Song Yadong. Song Yadong's is, he has to land the punches. He has to land the punches. He has to create damage. But Umar, he can take him down. He can go for submissions. He can ride it out against the fence if he wants to. And even in the clinch, dude, I think Umar can probably do better work than Song Yadong. Ultimately, I'm going to have to go with Umar Nurmagomedov to win this by decision. I like Song Yadong, but I really think they're pushing him really high up, trying to get him to fight against someone like Umar Nurmagomedov. But if he wins this, obviously it's title contention time. There's no arguing. But fuck, dude, I think I'm going to have to go with Umar Nurmagomedov to ultimately ride this out into a decision and upset the main event in Song Yadong. Well, not upset, but you know what I mean. It's gonna be in China. He's a hometown native, so he's gonna get the crowd really silent by the end of the fight, dude. Everyone's gonna be leaving. But yeah, that's gonna be my predictions for UFC Shanghai. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be getting up at 3 a.m. to watch this fight? To watch Umar smudge Song Yadong? Or who knows, maybe Song Yadong will knock out Umar, dude, and y'all will be sleeping. Like, if y'all are sleeping and y'all are not watching, anything can happen. Remember, anything can happen. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you guys think Umar's going to win. If you guys think Song Yadong's somehow gonna win, is Song Yadong somehow gonna win a Peter Yan-esque performance? That would be pretty cool, dude. Like, he stops all the takedowns and he just creates a lot of damage on Umar Nurmagomedov's face and body. That would be awesome to see, but I think that's highly unlikely. Bruh. But we'll see. I'm a trust in Umar Nurmagomedov to get it done. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And yeah, hopefully you guys have a good rest of your day. And it's been your boy Rocks. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.